I don't usually talk about my dad or his disease.
Toothbrush. Octopus.
You know, he could be like this for 4 months, or he could be like this for 4 years, or I could come home 4 weeks from now and he might not remember my name.
Oh, I will. Stethoscope. Snail.
There were a lot of times that I asked him to go to the doctor, and he would never. So, there's just nothing we can do now, so you just have to accept it.
It's a mythical horse, has a name.
Yeah.
And it has one horn?
Yeah.
What would that be?
I don't know.
Okay.
This process of losing him is not physically painful for him, but he also doesn't understand that he's dying.
With frontotemporal dementia, these patients don't know there's something wrong with them.
Oh, God.
They can pair it. Yeah, I have pixie disease or FTD or a brain disease.
What do you know about your disease?
I don't know. I got some problems in my head.
It doesn't affect them. They don't know what it means.
Yeah. Yeah.
In that regard, that I think is the most troubling thing for caregivers.
It's just, this is my father sitting next to me, the man who created me, the man who raised me. But this isn't my dad.
Yeah, it is. I am your dad.
And it's hard for me to watch him and talk to him, and it's really hard to come home. So, I don't know what we're gonna do.
I love you.
I love you too.
If we could do something for you, what in your view, what would it be if we could?
We're going to La Jolla to see her brother who's running the hotel.
I compare it to autism because people understand autism. They understand it a lot more than they understand FTD. Because when you say dementia, they immediately compare it to Alzheimer's. And I'm like, it's not Alzheimer's. But what my dad's experiencing is almost similar to autism because he can't have that emotional connection anymore. He does not have any social skills. He's a 60-year-old man that has the emotional and social capabilities of a 7-year-old kid with autism. Like when you take him out into public, you don't know what you're going to get.
Now I want you to say ball, flag, tree.
Ball, flag, tree.
I'm going to ask you those later, so please remember.
The most obvious things are his inability to focus or sit still at any given time from sunup till sundown. Then it's accompanied by constant finger snapping, constant teeth clicking, his lack of social skills, social grace, social etiquette.
Okay, can you tell me the words that I asked you to remember?
Oh God, I forgot.
How many were there?
3.
Okay.
One of them was a flag, the other one was a ball. I don't know what the other one was.
There's a lot of guilt that's happened, you know, when over time, when I've talked to families over years and years, they feel really guilty because they didn't realize that these behaviors were part of the disease.
He gets very frustrated and he yells and he uses bad language, and he got into a very nasty argument with my uncle. And then after that, things started spiraling very quickly, and then he left unannounced. He left our family. And I didn't see him or speak to him until he came back and he was diagnosed last year in July.
Did it hurt your heart to say goodbye to your wife after
No.
30 years?
No. Yeah, it did.
When the diagnosis was presented to Stu and I, the physician at the time told me that if I chose to continue with the plans of ending our marriage, that Stu would probably be dead in about a year. If the roles were reversed, I know that Stu would not have let me waste away alone.
With FTD, since you don't get feedback on feelings and you don't know what the patient is feeling, it's very hard to keep up a pre-morbid, before disease relationship, level of relationship.
He was probably the first person in my life that I know that loved me for just being me.
Stu, why'd you fall in love with Mo?
I don't know. Because she, you know, I don't know. She was really nice, really good.
That was it. I was nice.
Yeah, you were nice.
There's just so much more research that needs to be done that no one can give you that answer of you have a year or you have 2 years or you have 2 months, because no one has any idea.
It's really hard. And there's nothing I can do to fix it.
What is FTD?
Frontotemporal lobe dementia, which you have.
Oh, frontotemporal lobe dementia.
What do you want people to know about your disease?
I don't know. They don't have to know anything.
There's moments when I'm home where he'll look at me and I'll see that same face. I'll see those eyes where he looks, and I know he's looking at me with the same look he used to look at me when I was 5 years old. And then other times it's just not there. It's just not there. And I know that that's the disease.
Just the distance has been a huge change in the past 5 months, even though we're all together in this tiny little house. He's very far away from us.
This is a dragon I can't slay. And I'm learning every day to appreciate the little things.